There you
Was
go.
going YouTube mode.
I'm going YouTube
Whatever.
mode right now.
Alright.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw you like your cam yesterday, I was like, damn, bro really has the best camera out of everybody.
No, it's just my phone. It's like a feature on Mac where you can like pair your phone with your computer and use it as a webcam. My heart is racing and shit because
Bro.
I'm fucking not
You're
used
not
to it
used
at
to this
all.
at
By
all?
the way, because I don't know, I'm just used to like being with on call with like friends and shit. I mean, you're one of my friends as well, but like,
It's weird
you know,
because we gotta be a little more
yeah.
professional.
By the way, I'm a swear a lot because like I don't know, a lot of the times it's just like a thinking word.
I mean, I get it. I kind of like
Yeah,
can see because maybe you probably
yeah,
you've told me before like you're not a native English speaker anyway, so I like kind of understand,
yeah.
especially when I get on calls with people from Europe. It's kind of different, bro. This is so weird because usually like the calls that we have low key is nothing like this at all.
Yeah, I'm trying to get used to it as well. It's just I gotta be professional. Shit.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like I don't want to do like something that's professional, but like this is gonna have to
Yeah,
be basically like a term that use
basically
evergreen, which is basically like people gonna watch this in the future, trying to keep
being
it.
more like accessible, I guess.
Yeah, basically. Stay hydrated, by the way. Bro's literally
Exactly.
living that.
Hey Amber, I've started tracking my like water intake as well, like making sure I actually drink 2 liters of water a day, but I still don't
That's
really.
no, that's all good. All right, and I was gonna say like that space tape cover is definitely gonna come up in like one of the questions a little later. Firstly, if you want to introduce yourself, obviously people already know you if you're from Europe, but if you just want to introduce yourself real quick.
I mean, I guess yeah, I'm Lil Problem. I make music or like art in general, mainly music.
Yeah, definitely. I would say like one thing that I've seen that you were credited on a lot, especially would have to be like the different animations and the covers. I know Teddy definitely has talked to you about like doing a lot of the animation work for like the Funk show. I think that's what it's
Yeah,
called, the Funk show. Yeah, and I'm pretty
yeah.
sure you
I
do
mean,
other commissions, right?
yeah, not like a lot. I do it like here and there, like as a side hustle. I haven't like till now I haven't really like charged anything for it either. I just kind of did it for my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just started like animating my covers back in 2021 maybe, and yeah, since then there's
This
not really much to it. I just started doing it and that's it.
got you. So you like going back to 20 talking about the year 2021 on SoundCloud, that's your first public track. That was basically the year that you dropped publicly your first track, even though it might be older than that. Your first public track was This Is Hella Bouncy, released on March
Yeah.
30th. I've heard.
Yeah, my actual first track was in 2019, but I like deleted all those tracks for one because I didn't like have SoundCloud Pro
Yeah.
back then, so I couldn't like I couldn't upload anymore. And also they're just straight up garbage, so I can't bother like
Like
keeping
dropping
those uploaded.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was gonna say the first question is I've heard your mixes become cleaner over time, obviously because we've known each other, I would say since the pandemic, which was like 2020, 2021. Your mixes have gotten a lot cleaner over time since we've known each other. What do you think, besides obviously your mixing and your mastering, has changed when it comes to how you look at your music versus back in 2021 to now?
I think I've gotten like a lot more critical of it because I think back, like if I would have the level of consistency in beats I have right now, like in, back when This Hella Bouncy came out, that was like my favorite track I've ever made. I was so proud of it. Nowadays, like almost every beat is like, sounds a bit braggy, but like it's like around that level at least, if not better. But like a lot of it I just scrap as well.
Okay,
No,
okay.
but if I made those beats like back then, I would make like a billion tapes and release them all because I thought every single one of them was sick.
Yeah, I got you. I feel like for you, it's like the opposite of everybody when it comes to like beat block, because you drop a lot more than a lot of artists do, theoretically.
Yeah, I mean, last year I dropped like every week. This year I started like slowing down to once a month. But it's the things I have beat block and I haven't had it like really that intense where I couldn't do like anything good, but it's just slowing down on making music in general. That's basically it. I mean, right now, I mean, I just had a phase like that for like the last 1 or 2 weeks.
Yeah, I got you. So going from talking about diving in your discography, it's also common in the funk scene to have an alt account. I already know that you have an alt account and you post a lot of beats that you either sell or you actually have mixes that you've done on previous shows. How simple was it? Recently you had your Funky Friday 5, I think that was the installment that you guys just had. So how simple was it to actually get started in DJing versus being just a producer?
I mean, I started DJing pretty much like maybe a year after I started producing, because my brother had like this tiny DJ controller that he didn't use anymore, and he gave it to me and showed it. And so, I've just been like trying around with it for a while, and then like when the pandemic hit, like the lockdown and shit, I started like practicing more and more, and like at some point I did like a bunch of DJ streams every, I think, Friday or Saturday. I can't really remember. Sadly those aren't up anymore, but I did like that taught me a lot. And like also playing in front of people, kind of, it's a whole different thing playing in front of like a live audience and playing it live on Twitch. But yeah, it's pretty much, for me, it was all like learning by doing. There are like great tutorials out there, but I never, even for producing, I rarely ever use tutorials for anything.
Yeah, man, I was gonna say that's the total opposite of a lot of people that I've actually talked to, because obviously we already know Zap Beats and 127. There's a lot of producers that get inspiration from them, but I think it's kind of interesting that you basically learn from just doing versus learning from actually watching a video or seeing.
I mean, it's learning by doing and a lot of advice from my brother. Like, without him, my beat would probably still sound like ass.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's also gonna come up like later in conversation, but mainly because I feel like you get a lot of inspiration from him.
Yeah.
Especially, I'm guessing he was the person that introduced you to like music production, introduced you to the funk scene in general.
Yeah.
This isn't like a question that I wrote down, but how has he basically impacted you as an artist?
I mean, he's the reason I started.
Mhm.
He's the reason why I'm called Lil Problem. He's the reason why I started. I mean, kind of. My name has a dumbass story behind it, but like, all of that, it's pretty much, his opinion on my beats and everything like matters a lot. My whole style, it's not completely based off of what he does, but especially his track on Flex and Style Stunt and Tricks 1, Can't Even Sleep. Like that one, I know I like love that track because it was so like, it was just so turned up, and I just wanted to make music as turned up as that. Like he basically, as well, like last year or the year before that, I used to make like a lot of fast beats, and I've gotten to that point again right now. But like, he told me back then that I should make more beats in 130, and since then all my beats were in 130 to like 35 BPM. Yeah, so he has like a big part in everything basically.
Yeah,
It
because
used to be more, but
yeah, I remember like when I was talking to him, like when your name came up in conversation, like how proud he was for like you being his little brother. I forgot the word that he said. Oh, it was like, I think it was kind of funny because he was like, he probably could outproduce me now because he's doing it a lot more than I am right now. And I thought that was the funniest thing because
Yeah.
I've seen you improve over the last like couple of years, and I can definitely say like you've definitely gotten a lot better, and you've had different iterations of your style change over time.
Yeah, I don't know if I could outproduce him though. It's just like my style is just a lot more progressive, I guess. So it's a lot more technical. But it's just, I think he could do the same things as me, and maybe even better. I think he's like a lot more versatile as well. I just do it more. Last few months, he worked on a fucking Lenovo ThinkPad because his computer broke. He has like a new one now. Yeah. So in that time frame, I used to I definitely produced more than him because he couldn't really do anything on his 2011 Lenovo ThinkPad.
That's funny because I feel like everybody's like real hesitant into producing with what they got. But I guess it worked for him until he upgraded.
Yeah, I mean, you know, before that he had like a MacBook, but I mean, for the few months he was like complaining a lot about it. Like every day he was here at my family's. I was hearing nothing else from him. Just like, oh, this computer, I can't do anything on it. This spacebar doesn't even work. I'm not making music at all. Yeah. But he finished the breakfast show on it.
Yeah, that's dope. Was that like the most recent drop that he had? I think
Yeah.
wasn't Grooves featured on it, if I'm right?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Okay, transitioning, obviously you dropped technical. So let's go to the dirt and technical intellectual. I always kind of make fun of it when people use it in caps all the time. When it comes to like the dirt and raw wave all the time. I mean, we always talk about 808 and I just drop like raw meat or like a pile of dirt gif in there all the time. You also had a video on your YouTube channel, which was having a video of making dirt funk with horrendous samples. So what started that transition of sounding in tracks, and who's an artist? I would say, was there an artist that sort of emulated or you kind of saw and you tried to test it or reinvent your sound as an artist?
I mean, it all like the dirt thing. I always wanted to make dirt, but I never really got to it around, I think, August last year. Like for the time like last year and and the year before that, so 2022, I started like hanging around with like a lot of raw and dirt producers, and I just like at some point of last year I started like listening to dirt and thought like, damn, this is sick. I want to do this, but I never thought I could, and I tried, and every time I was like getting frustrated at the fact that I can't make my stuff sound like the dirt that they're making. And at some point I was like pretty proud of one track and wanted to release that, but I called the genre technical dirt instead of intelligent, because I straight up just was scared to call it intelligent dirt, because I feel like, you know, before I had like released a few tracks and called them dirt, but in the comments a lot of the people were like, no, this is raw, or like Memphis revival or whatever. That time I just said, no, this is technical dirt, so it is different. So like it was basically just an excuse to call it dirt while still not even knowing what I was doing.
Yeah, man. That's funny because we definitely created a subgenre together. we're gonna talk about that subgenre in a second. Actually, we could probably talk about right now, like how we actually met too.
Yeah,
because I feel like I don't even know what server or Discord server it was. I honestly can't remember because we've been through
probably
at least like a dozen.
This server.
It was probably that one. But this is gonna be history in the making right now. But we basically both of us started, or we found each other or connected, whatever, through Peehonk. That's initially how we met. I'm gonna try to censor this out, but like a poster when I actually asked this question. But without trying to meme this entire section out, how much of an impact do you think Peehonk really had on the genre? Because literally I have multiple conversations with other producers, and literally I drop it one time and the entire room starts laughing. And I didn't know at all that this would be such an inside joke, literally around the world. Like people from Europe know about it, people in South America, North America know about it, people in Canada know about it. How do you think that genre has impacted the entire funk community?
I mean, like a lot in terms of, I guess, the culture behind it. Like I feel like the whole community got a lot more. I mean, before it was like kind of, all of it was a bit, how do I say it? I feel like after Peehonk, everyone was a bit more, fuck, I can't, in Germany we would say everyone was locker. It's like a bit, how do I say that? Like everyone started having a bit more fun. Yeah, they started taking them, like they realized like they were too serious, I feel like, you know. And you know, after Peehonk, just, you know, everyone was kind of more loosened up, I guess.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, because I remember talking to other people before like the pandemic, everybody was real hesitant, especially coming to live shows. You still have that nowadays, but I feel like because of that happening and a lot more people being open to talk about stuff, a lot of people are more chill. Not chill, well, I'm pretty sure everybody's pretty chill in this community, but you have a lot more people that are open to meeting one another, both in a live setting and online.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say that's like a Peehonk thing, because I mean, I think that's more of a, like, because of the pandemic, like people wanted to just start seeing each other again, and also start seeing the people they've never seen before anyways, you know, they got more motivated in that sense.
Yeah, I was gonna say big driver or a big driving force would have to be similar to how you just said it, like meeting people that you listened to when you were maybe younger, people that you probably have heard in different collectives, people that you probably looked up to or listened to on SoundCloud and Spotify. I feel like people, like during the pandemic, they were just tired of being inside all day. They just want to have fun, no matter who it was. Meeting new people, I guess, came a lot easier depending on the person. So going to my bad for the pause.
It's kind of like a breather. It's like, fuck.
I don't even know if it would be technically called a break or anything, but along the lines of that word.
Yeah, it's kind of like,
Chilling right now.
yeah, that.
Yeah.
Why did it take so long to get?
Nah,
Man.
bro, you're good, bro. I know, like, a lot of people see the edited version because obviously this isn't something that I talked about, but I know, like, you see almost every single video that we drop when it comes to like videos
Not
on YouTube.
almost.
A large percentage of the videos. bro right here is the number one Yokai fan contributor on Discord. Bro, going back to that, like, I've never met somebody that has watched so much or like contributed so much in general when it comes to like something that's not the music.
Oh, you mean like community wise? I
Yeah.
don't know. Do I? I don't. I feel like I don't know. Just doing whatever. I don't really do it. I don't. Am I that influential?
I wouldn't say influential. It's just I know it's you when I see the comments, or like I know I know it's you, like being you basically in general when it comes to like the conversations that we talk about, because I think it's funny every time like either I drop a video or Vaughn drops a video or literally anybody else drops a video, you're probably first if not the second person that either DMs me about the video or drops a comment on the video, which I think is pretty cool, and it shows that people actually care about like what we're actually doing or posting in general, which it might not seem like a lot to you, but it does seem like a lot to other people because this community is really small.
I mean, like with comments as well, like I see just people coming back to my music, like commenting on it. I don't know, it makes me so happy because it's like I'm not dropping this music for nothing, even though it's like primarily my pleasure of doing it, I guess. But I don't know, it makes me proud, but it's also kind of creepy. It's like all these people are listening to the music I made in this chair right here. I sat here and made this music at some point, and now all of these people are listening to it. But, yeah,
I wouldn't like call it creepy. I feel like I'm gonna say it, but I feel like it's eye-opening, the fact that something that started as like not even a gag, but starting something that you began from like literally scratch and seeing like the end product and watching people either like it, listen to it, or stream it, repost it is kind of surreal. Especially when it comes to like videos that both of us post. It's kind of funny like how many views they get and like the comments like months later that we forget about the video and we're like, oh, I did that. And then you see a comment recently.
I don't know about videos. The thing is, I really want to do more videos, but I can't find the time or like any ideas on what to do. If I have like one good idea of a video, then I'll do it, but I just can't come up with one like on the spot. I could do more though. I really have like fun making videos.
Yeah, man. I think like if you definitely do more, it's not just like beneficial to everybody, but I mean people will get to know you a lot better.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. Like whether it's like one-off video or you make a dozen videos in a year, like as long as it's something at the end of the day.
At least like the 12 vlogs are gonna keep coming for whatever show I'm playing. I mean, if it's like a small small one that doesn't need to get documented, that it's not that important to document it, then I won't do it. But like, you know, the big meetups in Hamburg, it's just I can't leave them at like 3 Instagram stories and that's it.
From Instagram stories to live shows in Europe to talking about both America and Europe shows happening in the future, do you see yourself coming to America in the future to either perform shows or just to connect with other artists from either America? I'm gonna throw like something in the wind, like if there's any producers in Africa or like South America. I know there's a lot of producers in South America, but do you see yourself coming over to America in the future?
Definitely. I mean, probably not within the next 2 years because I'm still underage. But after that, I will try to make it out to America because y'all are fucking cool, bro.
It's
Like
probably
I made in the past. I made a lot of fun about Americans and how they don't know how to turn up, but it doesn't fucking matter. Like it's such like the thing is, you need chill shows for turn up shows to exist.
yeah.
You know, it's like that Bob Ross quote where he says like, without you gotta have like dark times in your life so you know when the good times are coming, and like you gotta have the chill shows. It's like without light there's no dark, and the other way around.
Yeah, so like yin and yang basically.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like the shows wouldn't be like anywhere near as special if the chill ones wouldn't exist. And I mean, you know, the fucking, I mean, your shows are more like, I don't know, I feel like it's more about coming together as a community, which is fucking sick.
Yeah, man. Like, I think the one thing I definitely do get out of the shows, and I'm pretty sure you probably also get out the shows, especially like if whether it's Stay Hydrated that does something, or whether it's La Fonkery that does any of the shows or host any of the shows. I think the one thing that I definitely leave with is, I want to say fulfillment. That might be the word that I want to say, but sort of the fact that this all started from one common ground, and that
Yeah.
we met each other through that common ground, which was funk in general, and like seeing people come over across the entire world just for this genre to meet like a dozen people, or maybe even less than that. Because dude, I literally, don't mind me what I'm about to say, 4 to 5 hours to meet Odd One Out. 4 to 5 hours to meet Holy Sus like last month. I would never imagine myself doing that, and I literally took plane rides. I've literally driven hours to other states just to meet maybe 2 or 3 people. And like I would always leave, like I always say this to everybody, especially when I talk to them in DMs or like when I leave, if I go take a flight or anything. But I always say this is like, it's never goodbye forever, but it's just until next time. Because I just feel like there are more shows that are planning to happen in the future, whether we know it or not.
I honestly, I'm kind of proud to see like all the shows happening. It's not like I'm a day one. I mean, I'm 16 years old. I've only gotten into this game for like 5 years ago, and the shows are only happened in like the only show I noticed within my time I've been active, I guess, was the first Stay Hydrated show, and after that, like nothing for a few years, and then you know the shows in America started popping off, like the second Stay Hydrated started and all that. I don't know. I seeing the funk shows in America with the like background knowledge of knowing that like we in Hamburg had these for like so long. Y'all are like catching up, but you know,
Mhm.
I know it's really exciting to see.
I think it's funny that you say that, like catching up. Like I didn't even know that America did shows. Like I was always under the pretense that Europe did all the funk shows, because I used to listen to Smokey. He was from Canada. Sudier and Roland are not from America, and Vamp isn't from America. I never knew that there was anybody that was from America that produced funk. Like I was always under the impression, mainly because there weren't any live shows that were happening, and if there were, it would be in Texas, like during the old AP
Yeah,
days. Going
it's
to my bad.
it's I don't know. It's just there are shows of this niche subgenre. It's just, I mean, I'm kind of used to it, but it's still kind of crazy to think about. I played a show when I was 13. What the fuck?
Dude, I just
How
want to
did
let you.
that
I just want to
happen?
let you know that's like a whole 10-year gap, because I literally performed my first show. I literally performed my first show, and I'm 23. That's the funniest thing ever.
I mean, in the end of
That's
the day,
crazy.
it's not really, it doesn't really matter like how old you are, but more of like how much experience you have, you know? Because I mean, I could be 6 with 5 years of experience and still be like the same level of, it doesn't really matter. It's just like how long you did it actually, but not, when you did.
Yeah, like it's more about what you know and what you can bring versus like how long you've done something. I would say. I still think it's really cool. Like just talking about this genre in general, bro. Because I talked to so many people in the last couple of days, just saying like Phonk has definitely impacted my life in general. Whether people know it or not, I don't see myself not talking about it in any circumstance, especially when it comes to making videos, music in general, etc., etc. Man, I just asked like a whole question that I literally just had over here when it came to show vlogs. But I'm pretty sure I got almost everybody that has done a show vlog. That's including me, you, OkayMaine, which hopefully he actually starts editing the rest of his Europe shows in general. You got Vaughn, you got Backwin. Every once in a while, I've dug deep into like everybody else's Instagram from Europe, and I think Freddie had a recap video along with Teddy when he actually had a few of the shows that he helped host.
Oh yeah, right.
I already asked this question. The videos significantly impact how people actually know this niche genre in general. If it weren't for the videos, how do you think people would be able to find out about this genre? Because obviously we know about the playlist. There's a different lens when it came to like people that know about the TikTok version versus the SoundCloud version or the Spotify version.
Man, I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's really just the thing is that I just noticed is that everyone's just stumbling over it. Like especially, I mean, basically this question is similar to how you grow. I guess like the people who discover the music are the same people you're trying to get when you were trying to grow. So and the biggest growth I experience is through like SoundCloud reposts. So basically all there is to catch is people already on SoundCloud. Yeah, I don't know, like other than TikTok, but that's videos too, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't do TikToks, and I wouldn't do them either.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's really difficult in my eyes, just because I didn't start with music. People already know I didn't start with music. I started with making videos, and then I surprisingly found Phonk. I fell in love with the genre, and now I do both videos and I drop music at the same time. It's weird seeing it from a different lens, because I see all these producers versus me. I don't know where the genre would actually be without people having show vlogs or just having posters promoting everything on YouTube, Instagram, etc. I really don't even know the answer to that question in my eyes, but I know we wouldn't be, or we technically wouldn't even be on this call if it wasn't for like the different videos that we've seen on both your channel, my channel, Yakai's channel, or Vaughn's channel, or just knowing all these people from all of these collectives around the world. It's kind of crazy,
man. I love the little thing, like the question of where would we be if this and that didn't happen? Like where would I be if my brother never told me about Phonk? Probably sitting here playing like first person shooters.
Yeah,
which I wouldn't do nowadays. I honestly hate first person shooters. I never play them, but I mean that could have impacted me in that way.
Someone asked me this question because it was yesterday. I think somebody in the group in 808 asked me this question. I really didn't know how to answer it, because I'd probably be like digging deep into like my job more than I already am. I'd probably be a freaking workaholic when it came to that and not have any work-life balance. I probably wouldn't even have that many friends when it came. I wouldn't have a life in general, bro. Like I'd just be working 24/7. But I mean, I found the music, and I'm able to balance my life when it came to work, when it comes to just the music and the videos that I'm dropping, even though people complain about me dropping hella late when I have stuff. But I still don't know how to answer that question, because it's definitely impacted my life a lot. I probably have answered this question. It's just I don't see myself not talking about this genre at all. Now we are transitioning to, we talked about other producers, but I think one person, I mean, we talked about many people from Stay Hydrated. We dropped people from AP, like the old roster. But let's talk about one person that I feel like you're basically a huge fanboy, and you have his poster behind you, is Space.
I'm happy to be a Space dick rider, honestly. There's no one. I mean, it's really, oh shit. My camera froze.
Buffer.
Yeah, I don't know. It never does that. What the fuck? Ah, just unconnected. Nice. Alright.
There we go.
Yeah, where were we? Spaced, right? Yeah, I fucking love that guy. Like, ever since, like, the first collab we did, like, he instantly put our track on his tape. And I was like, fuck, I gotta lock in with this guy. Yeah, since then, I just, you know, I kept sending him, like, projects. And he's kind of picky with them. But when he works on them, it's just fucking crazy. I love him. And I love that tape, by the way. That's honestly his best tape, I think.
Yeah.
Also the one with the best cover.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I think Dope Fiends is like on that, and I think it's my personal favorite. It's either that one or the one after that he dropped.
Yeah,
but I think Dope Fiends is my favorite off of that tape. And that's funny because of you, I know who he is, and he's in my rotation. He's in my rotation. Oh man. So I was gonna ask, like, when did you actually meet him and connect with him in general? Because I heard about his name like when I actually met you, but I don't know like the backstory of how you actually met Spaced.
Oh, I think I just hit him up on Instagram at the year 2022. I hit him up and I asked him for a collab because I heard like I basically just heard the first track off of his the Spaced Out Volume 1 tape, and I fell in love with it. I played in like every set nowadays. Yeah, and then I just hit him up on Instagram, asked him like for a collab, and yeah, I sent him something and then he put it on his tape, and that's basically it.
And that's the history behind that.
How I Met Your Mother.
Bro. A whole series, How I Met Spaced. This is gonna be a whole tape series in the future. That'd be freaking awesome.
How I Met Spaced Volume 1.
When? I'm just kidding. that'd be the real question of when. But he's a workhorse. Like he's dropping the tape like this month or like next month, basically, like the middle of August of this year. And it's crazy because it seems like he literally just dropped the tape.
And I'm honestly kind of jealous because I wish I could keep that up. I mean, I have like one tape, and I've been working on that for like 1.5 years. Not quite the best ratio, I guess. I mean, I fucking ignoring the little like Xmas problems, and what did I drop? This tape, Evil as Fuck, and the new one, which I can't remember the name of.
What, the one with Ronan or the one after that you just dropped?
The one after that.
Okay.
What I just dropped because I literally like one night I just thought, man, I could just drop a dirt tape right now if I wanted. And then I just did.
Yeah, I think I'm looking at it right now. This is the first time I'm actually opening like a tab. Neurochemical Alterations, that's what it's called. And it has Lazo, Dr. Joan, and
shout out to
Sauce.
ChatGPT for the title.
Dude, that's actually funny, and this is gonna be the first time I actually ever say this. ChatGPT is the reason that these videos exist.
Oh shit.
ChatGPT is actually the reason that these videos exist. I mean,
it's useful. I don't use it that often, just for like technical dirt titles, because I can't. I like the first few tracks I like thought of the names on my own, but like at some point I couldn't think of any technical sounding names anymore because I don't have that lingo. Yeah. So then I asked ChatGPT, gave it like one of my old titles and said like that but not that. And then it told me neurochemical alterations, and I chose it.
That's funny, the fact that all that started with just ChatGPT. AI is good for certain things, but not everything.
Yeah, I don't use that often, just for like some irrelevant shit, like Drake fucking fine print on a cover that is just there to look cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like tell ChatGPT to fucking write out some bullshit, and then I just paste it on there. But I never use it for like anything music, like directly music related, because I don't know, I'm the artist. I shouldn't tell a computer to make the art for me.
Yeah, I think that's sort of like basically what we said earlier. It's good for a lot of things, but not everything.
Yeah,
because you always gotta be like in a more of an individual versus having AI do almost everything, or literally everything. So talking about Hamburg and Hamphis. So I don't know who initially came up with the name of Hamphis. Like I mean I already know, like, in my eyes,
Alpha Mob did, I think.
You said Alpha Mob did?
Yeah.
Okay. So
at least my brother told me he did, so
okay, got you. Yeah, I was gonna say, in my eyes, I would call it the capital for Europe Phonk in general, just because you guys literally post everything and you guys literally have the most shows that I can actually think of out of everybody in Europe. For us, it's basically Denver.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering how's the impact? How does it feel like to actually represent like Germany or represent Hamburg as a whole?
I don't know. It's just like I never really thought about it. I just did because I live here. I mean, it really just started like last year, maybe, when I like completely went fucking dumb on like spamming Hamburg everywhere. Because, you know, that's kind of actually just where I realized like Hamburg is the city of Phonk. And, you know, obviously you have Denver and all that. I'm not saying like Hamburg is the only city to have the right to yeah. I don't know. I just did it because I thought like, yeah, I'm gonna put my city on the map.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, honestly, you guys, when it comes to the entire Stay Hydrated roster, you guys have definitely put Hamburg on the map, especially for me, because you guys have seen the video. Literally again. Like
important that we're not the first ones to put Hamburg on the map. It just went like, you know, you didn't really hear much from it, basically just because of the pandemic. There couldn't be no shows, and like the community couldn't meet up out here.
I think the funniest thing would have to be when I was with Sorrymane on a conversation, and then I talked. He saw the video that I posted about like you guys doing that show in Hamburg, and he was like, and then I accidentally said, if you have a show in Europe, hit up Sorrymane. He was like, what the fuck? And I thought that was the funniest thing on the planet.
He talks about that video a lot nowadays as well. He's like, yo, bro, we have like random people from America saying that we're the coolest. Like, yo.
We are funny, bro. Yeah. But I'm really excited to actually meet you guys one day. Hopefully I can actually get out.
If you'll eventually be able to come out to Hamburg, bro, I'm gonna be the hype man in the crowd. Like literally for every artist that comes out, I'm always trying to like make it the best experience they have like ever having like playing a show, because I want them, it's kind of stupid, but I want them to like be able to say, yeah, my best show I've ever played was in Hamburg. I just want people to, and that's why actually I'm not talk about that. That isn't really public yet.
It's behind the scenes.
There's this one guy I really want to get out to Hamburg to play his first show here. Yeah, and I want him to have the best fucking show possible, because for one, like, it's his first show, and the first show is always the one you'll remember the most, I guess. Yeah. Like the most fondly as well. Either the most fondly or like really like remember it as a really scary. Yeah. For me, it's kind of both. But yeah, I want to make sure like he plays his first show here, and also has his best show here, so he can fly back home and tell everyone, yo, Hamburg.
Yeah, I'm definitely under the impression that Hamburg is the place to turn up. Like I'm still under the impression of that. So you guys have definitely, it's official. Like I'll probably, like, if I ever fly to Europe, I'm definitely coming to Germany first, if not second.
Hell yeah,
because you guys
good.
I like I think it's funny the fact that from that one video I dropped, you guys literally support me, even though you've never met me in real life. Like you guys still sometimes spam my
I did
comments
before
all the time, but now it's literally about a half a dozen people, which is mind blowing. Like I haven't met you guys in real life yet, but in the next year or two, hopefully I can actually fly out to Germany and hang out with you guys.
I fucking hope so, bro. I'm getting excited just thinking about it.
It's definitely gonna be a crazy show. I already know that for a fact, whether it's like in a big venue or a small venue. But I'm definitely gonna DJ or perform.
Yeah, hit up Sorrymane. You want to play?
Bro, what the fuck? I can't believe I actually did that. Because that's
I mean, it's true though. Like he's the guy for shows right now, I guess. I mean, you know, his goal isn't to be like the one who's just managing and organizing the show, but like he's the only one to do it right now outside of Night of the Chill. But like, I mean, you know, their shows are just kind of they used to be better. not in a bad way. Now they just like mainly chill.
Okay.
But you know,
like how you said earlier, it's like chill shows and turn up shows, basically. I
Yeah.
guess. Okay, I got you. We're down to the last two questions, which are, since you probably already know, like guest call outs and guest questions. So I'm gonna say guest call outs. You can name anybody that you want, whether they're from Hamburg, any part of Europe, anybody from America, who's a person that you would want to see on a future video. It's a lot of names.
Alpha Mob, Grooves. Maybe get Lost to Shumaru on it. Get Spaced on it. Get. I'm trying to think of more, but those are the four that come to my mind. Like maybe get like some of the French guys on it. Like either the ones from La Fonquerie, even though I don't know how like open they are for interviews. And if not them, like Rob or No Sauce,
Dude.
they're both like fucking great.
Dude, I've been trying to get that actually scheduled for like the last month. I DM'd Rob, but I haven't DM'd No Sauce just because I was busy. I was busy with getting my lineup ready for my show. But I'm gonna probably DM him like in the next week or two to see if I can actually get that to happen. Because I like call them out personally because I personally want them on a actual video because they've been blowing up like crazy recently.
I have like, I know there's a few more people I want to call out, but I can't figure out which one they were. Maybe it's someone like, who could I call? I had a few people in mind beforehand, but Zaytoven, Drake. Your fucking look as well. He was confused for a second.
I was confused. I'm like, yo, not the best Peehonk rapper, bro. Like that's crazy, bro. Oh man, that'd be funny. that would
would actually go hard, and then just go directly to the most irrelevant producer. Go from the Drake of like uphill straight down to like someone no one even knows.
Literally.
All respect to the ones. All the respect to everyone who's underrated though.
For real. That's why I do these videos in the first place. Like everybody that I've had on here, I listen to the music, whether they know it or not. And last question, guest questions. You can ask me literally anything when it pertains to music, or I would say personal. But I'll probably do that like off camera in general.
Honestly, what's kind of bugging me out right now is the fact that like your acoustic panels behind you are like
This
the
one?
yeah, why are they not a straight line?
Because they keep falling. Like
Fair.
I literally 5-6 years ago, and without hesitation, those exact same, you can see the black acoustic phone panels right here. There were like 2 or 3 right here, but they keep falling. And they fall like at the most random times of night possible, like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. All I wake up to is literally a foam panel right next to my face, and I'm like, yo, that's literally why I sleep on this side versus like sleeping on this side now, because if another one falls, I'm gonna crash out. I'm actually gonna crash out. Like I'm tired of it.
Bro, but thinking about it, like I'm thinking about the shows y'all have over there. I'm low-key jealous though.
Why?
Like y'all have all the artists and shit. We just have the vibes.
I mean, you guys got back when going over to Europe. I'm pretty sure it's. I don't think he's coming to Germany. I think he's coming to.
No, he's coming to London.
Yeah, the UK or England. I don't know geography that well.
Or like London and Bristol, I think. But I'm playing in London with them. I don't know what spot in the lineup, but I'm there too. And I was literally just preparing the set before we were on call.
Yeah.
Still not done with it, even though the show is in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, I was exactly like that when I was not performing but starting my set. Like I did it like a month in advance, and then I completely scrapped it, and I just changed it up completely like a week or two before.
Yeah, I haven't even started. Like before today, I literally today I just threw together like a bunch of tracks. And the thing is, I have like I don't know, my music library is kind of big, but I have a problem with like playing a track twice in like 2 different sets, which is pretty stupid. Like if I plan on ever doing like a tour, I'm gonna live in hell because I like my mind's telling me to like prepare a bunch of like completely different sets, even though I don't even have that many tracks, and I don't even, I have like favorites to play, so I can't like there's some tracks of like a tape. If I buy a new one or something, like I can't play them all because like they're out of my BPM range or whatever. Fuck am I supposed to do when I play a tour? Holy shit.
I mean, you definitely have time. That's all I know for a fact. Like, you probably have like a couple years, maybe even a few years to like
Yeah, I mean, I won't play a tour anytime soon. I'm happy about that though, and I feel like it's too like it's like such a high bar to play a tour. Like not my time yet.
Yeah, everything takes time. I was gonna say, going back to like the artists, there was a rapper that I literally just met that was from my state. It was OkayMaine, and I didn't know who he was. I didn't know who he was until like maybe like that very night that I met him, and I didn't know that he did collabs with Sorrymane or like any of these other producers. And I was like, yo,
yeah, that kind
that's
of
crazy.
like random to me. Like when I saw the OkayMaine collab on Sorrymane's account, I was like, huh? But like I listened to his shit. It's kind of cool. I'm not like the biggest fan of this. Like nowadays, a lot of the rappers rap like a little bit offbeat.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you can tell from my acapella selections, it's mostly Juicy J, and he's like really tight on the grid. Yeah, I don't really, fuck with it. But I saw his verse on a track Gustavo did on his tape, and I thought that was sick. Shoutouts, by the way.
Shout out to OkayMaine and everybody else that he collabed with. I know I met Quiet Mercenary and Odd, or basically Shadow Cult. They're really
Is
talented.
that like his main? Is that like his main thing now, or like because I see like everyone referring to Odd as Shadow Cult now, and I thought like
does both. He still does both. Like he predominantly still does the production for a lot of his work, but like if it's his own acapellas, it's basically under Shadow.
Yeah, I mean, but like, do we just refer to him as Shadow now, or what? Or is it like?
I guess it depends, like when you actually met him, because I still refer to him as Odd. But like if we're actually in like an actual live scene setting, I call him like Shadow. Like if he's on the stage, I'll be like, "Yo, that's my boy Shadow." Or like if we're out on the town, basically, I just call him by his actual real name, or I just call him by Odd, because that's how I actually met him. Any other guest questions that you want to ask besides my janky panels?
Janky acoustic. I had one in mind. I was just trying to thinking about asking you like how you come up with video ideas, but you asked that before with like ChatGPT and shit.
Well, I think I only came up with interview ideas from ChatGPT. Everything else that you guys see when it comes to like the videos on my main channel, like the tour vlogs and everything, I basically did myself.
How are you gonna ask like ChatGPT for tour vlog idea?
Yeah, literally, like I don't even think that would even be possible. Like literally the only thing that, even though it's probably the biggest thing that I've done for the community, which would be these videos, everything else that I've done is basically I just basically have my phone and I just go on the notes app, and if I have an idea, I just write it down literally in that given moment. I don't care if I get yelled at by my boss or anything. Like I'm writing that shit. I'm writing that shit down, and I'm gonna think about it.
Sorry, babe. I can't talk. I need to write down video ideas.
Sorry, babe. Phonk video. Gotta do it. Oh man.
But I wish, the thing is, my ideas are really temporary. I can't like save an idea for later, because then I just have something written down my notes and I'm just reading it and like, what the fuck was I trying to say here? Like I just have to like execute the ideas immediately, and if I don't, then because I also save like a lot of samples for later, and I never use them because I just can't figure out what I was on to even consider the sample in the first place. But most of the time I have a good idea, but it just never goes anywhere.
Damn, I'm gonna probably talk about this too in a second, but I think you're the reason that Ness uses Ableton. I think.
Yeah.
Completely. I think that's hilarious, because he still asks me for samples to this very day. It's still a canon event.
Yeah, and I still trash on him and like I reply to his story every time and just talk shit
But
in a
he's the
friendly way
homie.
though.
He's the homie.
Yeah.
I'll meme and joke and send shit to him all the time, but he's the homie. There's nothing bad. There's no bad blood between us or anything. But
I don't really
he's
have
just funny.
bad blood with anyone really. And
Yeah.
I'm, the thing is, I had like back in the day, I had like one beef, but it really just started because I was a dumbass 13-year-old starting beef, and now I'm like literally that's the reason I can't like talk to anyone anymore. It's just that shit destroyed me. I'm trying to be cool with everyone, but yeah, and I have a huge problem with knowing that people either did like back in the day did not like me or like don't like still don't, but I don't know. I'm fucking weird. I have like all the shit you don't want to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was also the whole like, bro, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about this like every day. The whole thing with like I'm talking shit all the time. I'm not. I'm just talking shit about friends because I know I mean I know they understand that I'm not like actually trying to offend anyone.
Yeah.
I'm just like joking around and shit.
Yeah, I mean it's funny because like you tell me all the time, like we have conversations all the time, but it's like you're comfortable around certain people because you know them a certain way and you can joke with them a certain way. So that's completely understandable to like feel that way in general, because I think everybody in some capacity has that with certain people that they actually have in their friend group or their circle in general.
Yeah, I just hope no one gets offended, and I hope everyone just can be cool with me, and if not, DM me on Instagram, we'll talk it out.
It's like, yo, it only takes one message. I keep telling people like you can stop beef and do a cool collab tape or something like that.
The thing is like the thing like it's only one message, but bro, it's so hard, like for me at least, to send like a message after like beefing with anyone. Like the few people I've beefed with like a year ago, like I still can't I can't get over, like I can't fucking message them. I'm way too scared of what will happen. That's just a me problem.
Yeah, definitely.
Shout out Masterminds, by the way.
You love Masterminds. We all love Masterminds. We love Masterminds over here.
I do though. Their tapes are sick, especially local. Bro, I want to collab with local strangers so bad.
Yeah, man.
I'm too scared to ask though.
Wait, didn't you watch his his video that I did with him? I was gonna ask you that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did.
I don't know if I name dropped you or anything. I literally can't remember because it's been like months.
Sorry, I'm just playing around with this fucking bottle cap this whole time because I have ADHD and shit.
Nah, you're good. You're good, bro. Well, who else would you want to collab with, like besides like people that you've already collabed with? Because you've collabed with your brother, you've collabed with No Sauce, I think Laszlo too, like on your most recent drop. Spaced, obviously, we talked about that earlier, but who's somebody else that you would want to collab with?
I really like the idea. I really want to collab with someone who doesn't do funk at all, like not remotely. I just want to see what kind of track would come out of that, because I just think the idea is so interesting. Like, but in funk, like overall my big goal, I mean not my goal, but like something I want to do at some point if I get the chances to collab with Lex Luger. Like right now, and you can kind of hear it in my sound and like whatever, it's like he's one of the biggest inspirations for me, or like his beats, not directly him, but like, you know, all the old like Rubber Band Business and even Blue Dream and Lean by Juicy J, like those mixtapes, bro. I love them. Like but outside of that, like in actual funk, I want to collab with Back When at some point, because honestly he's the one who I stole the idea from, with like the weird bass womps and the bass lines and shit. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Knocked over my subwoofer. Yeah, but like Back When, definitely I think I could like, you know, it could become like a mad banger if we collab. Yeah, I already said Local Stranger. I want to collab with Holy Sus. I just like skipped through like one of his tapes recently. I was like, that is fucking sick. Like there's this one track that also has like one of these fucking reverse bass type of sounds, and I'm a sucker for those.
I'm a definitely DM him because he's a really cool guy. He literally hosted that entire show that I performed at. Like he literally did everything, like the marketing, setting everything up. Overall GOAT in my opinion. Plus he's, besides like label technically of Head Nod, which is based in the DMV or like basically Maryland area.
Yeah.
he what's the word? He independently just ran that entire show that we did this month, which is kind of cool. But I'll
And
definitely
I had
send him a
I had one
message.
other artist in mind, actually, but yeah, probably like a bunch of dirt guys, like Evil and the Holy Men and all them. But I don't make dirt that much. Like recently, I just made like either Gucci Mane type beats or that's it basically.
Yeah.
Gucci Mane type beats are like dumbass turn up shit like I always do. Man, I had one other artist in mind, but this is bugging me out now. This probably is the third time or something they said that, but I said Local Stranger already, right?
Yeah, you said Local Stranger back when I think you said Evil. One guy that doesn't do funk, and
Ah, yeah.
I
And
think
Lex
that's
Luger.
about it. Like Sluger.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually shocking because I don't hear that many people saying that they want to collab with Lex Luger. Obviously,
Yeah,
they want to
he's
say like
kinda-
3-6 Mafia, but never Lex Luger.
Yeah, he's gotten like off radar, like a lot. I mean, he's getting back now, I think, but like he had his like big moment back in the day with like the Juicy J mixtapes and whatever. Not he all the like I couldn't count it up all. Yeah, but after that he kind of not fell off, but like he's gotten out of relevance, I guess.
I mean, he definitely produces from his Instagram, but it's just I guess it's not
Yeah.
as significant work that he used to do in the past when
He
it
did
came
like
to
this
the
one
mixtapes.
tape with Juicy J and Trapaholics, like the crypto business or something. That was pretty cool, but not. I don't know. It's just obviously his style evolved, but I kind of would have wished it was sounding more like the old shit he did. But you know, kind of much to ask. You know, it's 10 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
You gotta move on.
Yeah, definitely. Who knows? Maybe it might happen. Maybe it might not. It might happen. It might not happen in the future. But you know,
Yeah. I mean, you know, I mean, the thing is, probably at some point I'm gonna quit Phonk. It's not like I'm close to doing it, and I love doing it, bro. There's nothing I love more than making. I mean, art in general, but Phonk especially. Yeah, but I'm a bit tempted to just throw the towel and just make jazz like funk or something. I kind of want to do it because I feel like funk is also a bit limiting. You can do it without samples, you can write your own melodies, but at that point it's just, you know, it's so sample based and everything. And I don't know, I just want to be an artist, you know. And that's the thing. I see like a lot of other people like caring a lot about like stats and shit, and I'm just like, bro, focus on the art. The fuck are you making TikToks all day for when you're not even passionate about the music?
that actually makes a lot of sense. We technically are over an hour at this point of talking, which
Oh,
is
damn,
kind of
actually.
crazy. Yeah, it's about hour 19 in total. So I'm gonna wrap it up right here. You can shout anybody out, shout yourself out, any plugs that you want to say to anybody that either might watch this video in the future, but anything that you want to plug, any homies that you want to say shout out to, any work that you got in the works in progress in general.
There's a tape coming out at some point. I don't know when, probably actually just next year, but I'm also playing live in London, and probably not gonna come out till then, but I played live in London on August. Yeah, shout out, stay hydrated, drink more water. Shout out the Wholesome Coalition, the people who know. Yeah, shout out Cremwood County Click, and yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you. We're probably gonna have like another conversation after this. And you're gonna be like, let's get on Lethal League again.
Honestly, I'm down.
Yeah,
I could get on that shit right now.
dude. I literally have to find time like on a Sunday. 'Cause
Yeah.
I literally have a birthday I gotta go to, and then
Damn.
like I literally have only time to get home, take a shower, and go to sleep half the days. The only reason that I'm able to do these videos is like off of work for like 1 or 2, if not 3 days. And then everybody has me run around town like a madman. But yeah, I appreciate you again, bro.